check. Mic 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 check. Cecil, it's over, bitch. It's your boy, C-Love. You know I love you. I wanna kiss you. Finally, the Random News new episode has just come out. I'll leave a link in the description for anybody that wants to watch it. It is well worth the watch. A lot of planning, a lot of information, a lot of stuff to get through. So basically, I'm new to Cecil Street, and a number of weeks ago, I started being a little bit of a thorn in Cecil's side, and what I was hoping there, and it wasn't to make a channel and to call them out, even though I've done that, but somebody else that's way better than in presenting all of this is somebody like Random News. So basically what I did, and I hadn't been in contact with Random News at all, is I was hoping I'd go in there and shake the apple tree, and I was hoping that Random News would come in and collect the apples, because he can make a great apple pie, and boy, he flippin' did. Of course, there's a lot of other people that have added basically to that episode, and thanks to everybody for keeping up the effort. I mean, this isn't fun. It's standing up for what's right. It really is. People call it YouTube drama and all that kind of crap, but it goes way deeper than that. And recently I got called out for causing drama on my main channel, basically, and of course I apologize. I don't like upsetting anybody, and of course order of magnitude always comes in with good reasoning, and says, why apologize? Don't have people holding your channel to ransom, and these people that came in, they basically didn't understand the whole situation, so. But it is what it is. But huge thanks to Random News for again putting on an absolutely fantastic piece of work. It's fantastic. I in the past have watched debunking channels and that, and I kind of went off talking about them, because very often a lot of the stuff that, the paranormal debunkers, they debunk their enemies and then they promote certain channels, and it's kind of like they're playing politics with paranormal and stuff like that. With Random News, the politics part of it seems not to be there. And he makes really valid points, as well as being entertaining as well. He's extremely funny, but he's very good at absolutely putting everything together crystal clear. It's just, it's just the way it's put together. It's absolutely fantastic, and I reckon he's going to do very, very well. Remember before all of this, I remember once getting very badly attacked by Cecil personally for a comment, and it wasn't even that bad. I don't go in there with all guns blazing and that. But he called me a slow-talking, gummy. He made fun of my teeth. He doesn't make fun of my teeth now because his teeth is kind of going bad, so he's refrained from talking about my teeth, but now he calls me a fat sloppy B word and stuff. Which, the first time he personally attacked me, it did sort of affect me, but now I've got thicker skin. And actually, him personally attacking me is actually it's very revealing. And you know, if you get verbally attacked by this guy, just know that when he starts personally attacking you, it means you have him in the corner and he's got nothing. And this is why he resorts to the personal attacks, because he's scraping the bottom of the barrel. He's got nothing to bring to the table in regard to a proper argument. He's got no response, so he will resort to personally attacking you. He's as clear as glass. He is so transparent. I almost know what he's going to do next. It's kind of like, have you ever seen some of these police interviews where some suspect is being interviewed in a police station and that, and they're being questioned quite heavily, and then the suspect starts getting angry and starts being verbally abusive, and the interviewer stays as cool as possible, and is actually excited that he's been verbally attacked, or he or she is being verbally attacked. The reason for that is when somebody starts getting personal, it means they don't know what way to respond, because Cecil doing this means this is all he's got. You know, fuck you. You know, you're a fat sloppy B word and all this kind of stuff, and calling everybody P words and stuff like that. He's throwing everything at the wall, hoping that something will stick. But at the end of the day, he's throwing out frustrations. And this is responses to stuff that he could have a valid argument. Well, he never does. He never does. You know, you ask him a question about a certain thing, and he just turns, I don't need to prove anything, F you, and starts verbally abusing. It means he's got nothing. Absolutely, he's got absolutely nothing. He's trapped. Right, on the Robert Did It channel a couple of weeks back, I put the confession video through audio analysing and stuff like that, and Random News picked up on that. Cecil's response to that, and I kind of knew it was coming, even though he has a background in music and he says he's a paranormal researcher, and I don't know, part of me thought that he might have a bit of an argument back, but no, he just resorted to calling me fat and stuff. I laid everything out on the table in a simple kind of form, because I know, let's say Cecil is not a very complex person at all. Basically, audio is kind of like, my friend describes it like layers, like an onion layers. There's loads and loads of layers. Now, the main layer that we are interested in is the vocal layer, Cecil talking, basically. Now, there's loads and loads of layers under that. On, lower frequencies and lower tones and stuff like that. If this video, now the way I pictured this, when he mentioned that this video is edited, the audio is chopped up and basically put together like a jigsaw, different words put in there to make him say different things. You would have to try and match it up with the video. But as well as that, if you take out something out of a video, there's no free lunch. You can take the vocal tone out of the audio, but you're going to take some of the other layers with you. And the background layer, which had the dog barking, remained intact, which gave me the indication that the vocal tone was never touched. And you see that smooth tone the whole way through. There's no, if you chopped up a piece of audio with his vocal tone, and you have to try and find those words to put in at a similar pitch and a similar frequency, a similar tone to what's already in the video. Otherwise, you're going to have low tones, high tones, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's going to be very, very hard to match it. Now you can mess around with changing the tone in audio editing software and that, but it is going to leave an imprint in the waveform, and the waveform seems absolutely flawless. It's smooth as a baby's bottom the whole way through. So basically, the confession video in its full form that I had taken from Irish Stevo's channel, to me is not edited in any way, because the undertones haven't been touched, and to me the vocal tones haven't been manipulated at all. There's not a sign of anything. There's no sudden cut or anything. Very, very difficult to make a cut and it not show up on a graph, like. Especially if you put it through a spectrogram, you're going to see a little, even a small little pitch. It's gonna come up on a spectrogram, and it's not there. Now, I don't think Cecil understands any of that, but his response is to basically, F you, you're a fat, sloppy B-word that has a crusty butthole. That's basically his response. Means he doesn't have an argument. He's got nothing. He's gone back now to saying that the video is edited. Everybody knows that it's not edited. And I mean, like Cecil had previously called his channel, High Street Paranormal and Music or whatever, High Street Paranormal TV. Now, I know YouTube is full of people that think they're paranormal researchers and stuff, but basically they're just ghost hunters and pick up EVPs and just play them back on a recorder. They don't actually go through software. Some do. And Cecil was knocking around this flipping word paranormal research so many times, and I was thinking, am I actually a paranormal researcher? And I'm thinking, well, I would call myself maybe a practitioner. A lot of people that I see on YouTube are paranormal practitioners, basically, not fully in the research kind of side. I do a little bit, but I wouldn't call it fully research when I'm researching other people's stuff. but it gave me sort of a hint. Why don't I put his audio as if I was going through an EVP? And that's how I basically done it. And basically I made it less complicated by just not talking about multiple layers of audio, but just two different types. The upper tones and the lower tones. And that made it just simpler, you know. Of course, you don't need my video to know that it wasn't edited. It's not. And, you know, if the video has gone to a proper forensics lab, it will go through each of those multiple layers, and there would be telltale signs if there was audio manipulation taking place. I could take that audio and bring it to my friend who has a massive setup in the line of audio. She's got a background in audio engineering and IT. But the results is going to be the same, that the video is one recording the whole way through. There's no stops in recording, there's no cuts, there's nothing. It's just it started recording at the beginning, it stopped recording at the end. There's no question about it at all. So it's also kind of weird too that when he does have some sort of a response to, say, a video you made about his, for example, the audio I just done. I remember once he did have a response, but it was completely irrelevant to the confession video. Sometimes he just attacks back and then he responds to something that you haven't talked about. It's kind of weird, and it does happen a while. But yeah, Cecil he doesn't plan his streams. He doesn't plan what he's going to talk about, and sometimes when he does start talking, he does the thinking afterwards, and that's when you have deleted videos, you know. Actually, recently there was two deleted streams, and that was actually my fault, so I'm really sorry about that. But Random did actually catch them two streams. I did try recording them. What happened was that they were deleted in the YouTube, but I had already watched them, and I kind of just paged back on my computer, and the video was still there. But when I went to screen record it, there was no audio, so I couldn't get them. But Random did actually get them, and that is when he found out about this channel here and who was behind it. So yeah, he was pretty angry about that. I had made a number of comments in those two streams, and in one of those streams, Lil Lyco called him out for clout chasing, and this was to do with the Kobe Bryant thing. And of course, Cecil lost his rag about it, and I called him out. I says, listen, you know, you were called out for clout chasing, you admitted to clout chasing, so where's the flipping problem, Mark? And then he started suspecting that there was something up with me, and I already had put out my first video on this channel, and it was a kind of a comedy, sort of meme, mocking kind of, the first video that was on this channel anyway. And then he discovered he was talking to me when I had come in a number of times on different channels into his chat, like, you know. But even when you start to tread carefully and you're starting to sort of, you don't go into Cecil's channel with all guns blazing, because he's just going to block you anyway. But if you ask him any question at all that gears towards a different idea to his, he will accuse you of being a troll. And I mean, it didn't take long for me to be blocked. But then when he looked into the channel, I was caught anyway. So, but I did call him. I called him out for being a clout. I called him out for, you know, giving this Lil Lyco a hard time about clout chasing, doing celebrity spurt box sessions for clout, when he had already admitted to doing them for views. And it's flipping, it's mind blowing what information we actually was able to get from all of that. In the Random News episode, there was one of the comments that Cecil had read out, and that was actually my comment where I says, you know, ITC is about communication. You know, why don't you just do some sessions to get communicators to communicate? It doesn't have to be about celebrities and stuff. And his response was basically, you know, if you have a YouTube channel and you're not doing it for views, what's the point, like? You know, are you going to just sacrifice views and subs because you've got a moral compass, like? I mean, like, what kind of a fucking reaction is that, like? After he deleted two streams, then he went back live again, and he says, well, you know, I didn't actually do the celebrity spurt box session on Kobe Bryant for views. I wanted to make sure that Kobe and his girl were in heaven and they weren't in a demonic place. But that contradicts his deleted stream, because he did say he'd done it for clout. And then he went on about, you know, a crime that Kobe Bryant was involved in and stuff like that. And, you know, he's got no respect for Kobe Bryant. Yet he holds these spurt box sessions like a fucking trophy, because he's got 20,000 views on it and that. But if he's got no respect for Kobe Bryant, and he didn't do it for the views, he should have no problem deleting those spurt box sessions off his channel. If he's got no respect for Kobe Bryant and he doesn't like him, why have spurt box sessions of Kobe Bryant on your channel? You know, so he should have no problem deleting those, but he won't, because he got high views on those, and he is doing them for views. He can tell you he's not, but he is. This is all that Lil Lyco was pointing out in his comment on that, and Cecil goes and he makes a video about it. All he had to do was respond to the comment and then just leave it at that, but no, Cecil had to make a big drama about that as well. And next thing starts dogging on him, saying that he is jealous, that he can't get 20,000 views to save his life. And then makes an example, oh, you know, order of magnitude can't get 20,000 views unless he's hating on Steve Huff. I mean, like, that's not even a proper argument, like. And he's dragged Lil Lyco into this all over one comment. You know, he's just so easily flipping triggered. Why doesn't he just flip and leave the kid alone, like? You know, just respond to the comment, or not respond at all if need be, and just move on. But no, he basically slated his career and saying that, you know, he was jealous of Cecil's career, which has gone down the pan big time, like. You know? I mean, like, this is so fucking childish. This is a 42-year-old man picking on some kid that is interested in a rap career on, you know, YouTube and all these other platforms that he's on. And Cecil is having a bitch fit about it and saying that he's jealous of him. Nobody's jealous of Cecil. Absolutely nobody. don't know anybody to be jealous about Cecil. It's just a non-argument. It's a non-starter. But I think Cecil deliberately just wanted the dog on him, you know. But Cecil gets triggered over the simplest of things, you know. Like, it did prove to myself over the last couple of weeks, it's not very difficult to get Cecil to make a video about you. You just have to say something that he doesn't agree with, and he will have a meltdown online over it. It's simple. The last month, he has dogged on me so flippin' much over the smallest of things, and it was flippin' hilarious. I thought it was hilarious, really funny. He'd just come online and he'd start talking before he'd even press the record button. He's just dying to start talking about me. At this point, I had been contacting Cecil on a number of different accounts, and they've been blocked one by one, eventually, sort of thing, where I just push things a little bit too hard. And then one day, when something went wrong with the computer, and when I went to log back in, I lost 3 accounts. I lost access to 3 accounts. I cannot, for the life of me, remember the password or whatever. And one of them was my ITC channel, which has nearly 300 sessions on it. The channels are there, but I've got no longer access to it. And Robert Did It was one of those channels I couldn't get access to anymore. So Random News had given that channel a shout out, but unfortunately I've got no control on that channel anymore. And because I got nothing except my main channel, I decided, I made a video and it took me 4 days to do it, and I put it on my main channel. I advertised that it was going out on my main channel and that, and 2 of my subscribers had an issue with it, and it was just, they were not happy in that, and I just didn't like upsetting anybody, so, and these people were friends of mine and that. I took the video down. And then afterwards I says, right, I still need to expose what Cecil is doing, so I can't, you know, and the intention before that, when I had Robert Did It, the reason for having that channel was to keep this kind of content off my main channel, because the people on my main channel are not interested in this kind of thing. So yeah, I had nothing, so I decided I'd put this video out on the main channel, and after it had premiered I just took it off, because I says I don't want to fall out with these people and that. And Order of Magnitude was messaging me over and back and stuff like that, and I woke up the next morning and I says, why did I give in to these 2 people, you know? But then I says, right, time to set up another account. So I set up the account that I'm on now, and started contacting him and stuff like that, and eventually he got fed up with me, and he looked into me and he found out it was me, because I had a video already put up there, but I wanted him to see it, to give him a bit of a surprise kind of thing. So I had no other account to you know, come into his comment section, so I decided I'll have this other account, and instead, in case because he's starting to get paranoid at this stage, so I decided, right, he's going to look into the channel and there's no subscribers in it, he's going to be a bit suspicious. So what I done was I done some ITC recordings. They were just audio, and I put a little picture of a soundboard. I just put up a picture of a soundboard on the video and just played 10 minutes of Spurbox audio, and I done loads of them. So when if he goes to look at the channel, he knows that it's, there's nothing about him on it, sort of thing. But that didn't last very long either, because I came into his chat, I came into his comment section, and I says, the channel is called LAP, Laboratory of Paranormal Audio, and this one's funny. Somebody did, it was Shire Ghost actually, found those comments on Cecil's live stream, and he says he nearly choked on his brew. I made very official type comments, like letters, and I says, "Dear Mr. C. Seelove, my name is Dr. Bill Dippelly from the Institute of the Laboratory of Instrumental Transcommunication down here in Tampa, Florida. I am writing to you on behalf of our colleague and manager of our laboratory, Dr. Eilic McGee. Dr. Hold on a second. Dr. Eilic McGee asked me to contact you in relation to your work in paranormal research, and asked you to continue doing your work so they can further their knowledge in paranormal research. And he ignored the first comment. He ignored the first flipping comment, and it was flipping long. I was bullet because I spent ages at this. And at the end of each comment, I would say, best wishes, Dr. Bill Dipperly and Dr. Eilic McGee, Institute of the Laboratory of Instrumental Transcommunication, Tampa, Florida. Very, very flippin' official on that. And I was fucking annoyed that he ignored that comment because I spent ages on it. Next thing anyway, he goes live again. And I'm in the chat and I'm going, "Hi, Seelove, my name is Dr. Bill Dipperly." And I think he was very angry that night, and he flipping sort of, yes, he was raging. He was raging about something anyway, and he was completely ignoring the chat. And I'm thinking, am I fucking blocked? So I see Queen Tasty comes up on the chat, and then I go, "Hello, Queen Tasty," and Queen Tasty responds, "Right, I know I'm not blocked." And I'm writing all this stuff and that, and he's fucking ignoring me, and I'm going, fucking hell. So I wait till the stream finishes, and I write the same flipping long letter type comment about contacting people on social medias that are involved in instrumental transcommunication, and we want to get one person from each state in the United States, and we want to observe their research and compare data. So if there is a pocket of paranormal activity in a certain area, is there commonalities and blah 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 blah. And I'm thinking, is this guy going to fall for this or not? And next thing I get a reply, "I know your random news, you troll." And I'm going, no. And then a reply again, "Dear Mr. Seelove, I assure you we are not involved in any news media of any kind," and blah 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 blah. "My name is Bill Dipperly, I'm a doctor of this and that, and my colleague is Dr. Eilic McGee," and blah 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 blah. And he fucking completely ignored it, like. And if he did go into my channel, he would know that there was nothing on him on the channel, because I already had just done 10-minute sessions and I just put them up there, sort of thing. But basically, he blocked me recently on a flipping live chat. He said, I started to question something. I can't remember what it was. But it was something really, really small. And he says, dude, I'm going to have to block you. And I was gone. And I'm thinking, I've got nothing to contact this guy with anymore, so I've got nothing in that. But he's just triggered so easily. And that guy must have one of the biggest block lists on fucking YouTube. You know, he must have a bigger block list than flipping Silex. The night Random's video went out on Premiere, Cecil was already live, and he was talking about his music and stuff, and I think it's the episode where he talks about this guy and this girl they pick up, which is another rabbit hole in itself. But towards the end of the stream, he's playing some music, and then next thing, he picks up his phone and he's looking through his phone and that, and then all of a sudden he has to cut the stream short. Gotta go, guys. I got, peace. And he's gone. I'm thinking, he's picked up his phone, and what is up? So I go back into my channel, I see a notification, and I've seen that Random has already been on for 10 minutes. So I think Cecil actually did get a notification for Random, and he wanted to get off there, so he wanted to watch it live. So I reckon Cecil was actually watching it as it was premiering. Random covered the episode, the live stream where Cecil went live, and in the background his wife was changing her clothes and stuff. And I missed the beginning of that live, and it was down a certain amount where he says, it's okay and that. And for some reason I didn't feel like, there wasn't anything to really be sort of concerned about, and that I just took it that everything was okay in that. I knew that there was something to do with his wife changing her clothes and stuff, and he just went, it's okay, and all the rest of it. And for some stupid reason, I thought, all right, I want to look at the rest of the stream and that. And I wasn't aware of any of this until Random showed it the other night and that. And I'm thinking to myself, why wouldn't he take down the flipping stream like? I mean, like, has he got no respect for other people, like? No respect for other people's feelings, especially his wife, like? It was not right. And Cecil's understanding of right and wrong seemed to be different than the normal person. That's all I can flip and say about that. It's just, I couldn't believe it, because I didn't go back even. I didn't even go back and check this, and I was shocked when I seen that. Where he wouldn't take the video down because he was clout chasing. And at the end of the day, Cecil doesn't get views unless he's rambling and ranting about something. If he's talking about his music, he's going to get 30 views, around that. If he's having a bitch fit or a rant and that, he gets a lot of views, and most of them are hate watchers, like. Let's face it, like, because his channel has died a long time ago. And then Random he covered the security camera thing with the kid, his daughter's friend, and it showed me calling him out, and then him Cecil responding in anger and insult, which he normally does, and I wasn't aware of the camera changing places. I didn't pick up on that. It's very flipping interesting that, the camera on both occasions with those two incidents, the cameras had been moved. So, yeah, it's not good, Cecil. It's not good. When I say it's not good, Cecil, I've actually stopped addressing him directly because it's a waste of time. Most of the time he says he doesn't look at the videos and that, but he doesn't respond anywhere unless he has responded in the past, but I don't want to respond to him directly anymore. I don't want to give him advice anymore. I don't want to do any of that because at the end of the day, in Cecil's mind, he's right and I'm wrong. And anybody that's called him out ever is wrong and just a troll, and they hate on Steve Huff, which he keeps bringing up, and nobody has mentioned Steve Huff in a long time. I don't know what it is about Steve Huff. I don't know. Is he jealous that people got views of calling out Steve Huff's antics and stuff? And at the end of the day, he's really scraping the bottom of the bar by bringing that up. It's just it's a non-starter, like. Oh yeah, I find an interaction comment in one of Cecil's lives. Somebody had asked for a personal ghost box session, right? And Cecil says, yeah, I can do that, but I charge $20 because I put myself in spiritual risk. And I'm thinking, what are you going to do with the fucking 20 quid, like? Are you going to bribe the ghost to leave you alone with your 20 quid? I'm thinking, what the fuck? I mean, I've been doing sessions since 2017, and yes, a lot of my sessions, I get these kind of tingling sensations in my arms and my legs when I do some sessions, but I never really thought I was at risk. And there's nothing scientific to prove that. Let's face it, it's a scamming thing. Even if he didn't bring up the fucking putting himself in spiritual risk, anybody that does this fucking personal spirit box session and charges money for them is a scammer. Let's not beat around the bush about it, like. The guy's fucking subscribed to Charlie Chittenham. That should tell you all you need to fucking know. Oh yeah, Cecil says umpteen times on my journey of interactions with him that I had no subscribers and no plays. Yes, when I looked through his subscription list, he subscribed to my old ITC channel. Does he think I'm a different person over there or something? I don't flippin' know. But then again, Cecil, when it comes to research of any kind, he doesn't get facts right. I don't know. And, if he had looked through many's and many's of comments, he would have known that I have a number of channels. And then he called me the afterlife guy, and then he still says that I had no subscribers and no plays. I don't know. just got a comment from a long-time acquaintance in ITC. Let me bring it up here. Hello guys, I know I never involve myself with things involving drama, and he doesn't, he just does his own thing. Frankly, I'm too old now and having recently had a massive heart attack and a skin put in. I don't want to, but I watch and I learn just how sick this Cecil clown is. To be honest, if I may say, he seems to be admitting not only to touching underage kids from his own mouth, but now he admits to kidnapping as well, question mark, double question mark. He says, he did say, we took her, in explanation marks, and people were looking for her in explanation mark. What the actual fuck? Question mark. Seems he won't tell authorities because he's just as guilty. If he didn't feel guilty of a crime, he would consider that poor girl. Let me read that again. Seems he won't tell authorities because he's just as guilty. If he didn't feel guilty of a crime, he would consider that poor girl they snatched up. This guy never, ever gets involved in drama, and he sees right through this guy. This guy's as called out. He called out the antics of Steve Huff. Of course, he does the odd time because, you know, he's very passionate about ITC and that. Very interesting that he has commented on this. This was on my last video about this carpet cleaning company. So that's very interesting, that, you know, and hope he recovers well soon. You know, he's had a very long history of health conditions, and I hope he gets better and recovers soon. You know, very interesting, folks. Very interesting. The pennies just dropped. How did this guy know about my channel? The channel that I'm on right now is not connected to any of my other channels. And I haven't shared that last video. I haven't shared that last video on my channel unless he picked it up from Order of Magnitude or somebody else. Interesting, because I haven't heard from that guy in a long time. But Kevin, I hope you get well soon. Yeah, Cecil got wind of this Mr. Gordon from this carpet cleaning company. He got wind that he might be doing a podcast and talking about Cecil. So Cecil decides to hang this over him and use it as a kind of a threat. Which, if there's a crime committed, he's an absolute scumbag. There's no other way of describing that. And it just goes to show you what kind of a character Cecil is. It's flipping. It goes to show you the lengths that Cecil will go to save his own ass. You know. No regard for any victim whatsoever. He is always the one that's the victim. Every single situation, he's the victim. You know? He's a fucking scumbag. He has this channel, you know, for music and paranormal, and most of this, for the last number of years is him protesting his innocence. And people are now just looking, you know, like a car crash. They can't look away. And that's basically most of his viewers. There's no coming back from this. I mean, like, it's just, the YouTube channel is just a burnt out shell. And we're just, the people that watch for the morbid curiosity, or keep an eye on him to see what he's going to come out with next. Because you just don't know when the surprise is going to come along. And it's just layer upon layer of really, really dodgy stuff. It just came into my mind. I thought I remember a couple of years ago that he had monetization on that. And he doesn't have monetization now. So I kind of missed the boat on that one. I was wondering what happened, if anybody knows what actually happened with the monetization situation. Well, the channel's not monetizable anyway with the topics he talks about and the language he uses anyway. So I don't know, did he get into trouble there or what? But, you know, if that was the case, that doesn't make the channel any more valuable. It makes it really, really, it just makes it, I don't know. If it was me, I would just start again. But he's using that platform to put out propaganda that he is an innocent person. And he has been doing it for years. But he's been going around in circles. He's just regurgitating the same stuff. You know? Anyway, I'm going to come off here and watch some videos and stuff, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, I forgot. A link to Random Muse's channel is in the link in the description, and the link to his latest video. Please give him support. He really deserves. He really deserves to do well, because he does a lot of work. And he does a lot of good work there for the paranormal, and you know, not only calling out Cecil, but people like Candace Starr and people that have been profiting off people like Kanika Jenkins's death and stuff like that, and these fake psychics and stuff. It's very interesting stuff, and he does it in a very, very unique way, and I think it's brilliant. Anyway, I'll see you next time, folks. Thanks for watching.